Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Great League team submitted by R4Mech. His name's Ryan. Sent in this team saying, this is my fourth try-hard season. I made veteran the first time last season, but have really been struggling in the current ELO. I can't pick out some of my, I can pick out some of my own errors post-match, but would love any advice on my team comp and how to limit errors during gameplay. Dan, thank you for the service, for your community. Every video is informative. I feel like they have helped me improve my skills. Somewhat apologize to any opponents who also get roasted. Yes. Okay, so thanks for the submission. You have Charjabug, azumarill, Annihilate. And if you look at my top teams video and you look at some of the other videos I put out, this is like the team is fine because you basically have most things that you need here. So you have like your top electric and Charjabug to deal with flyers. Your biggest problem is going to be Gligar. So Gligar can see a bit of a problem with Charjabug and Annihilate. But as long as you have the answer for Gligar as your third, which azumarill you do with Ice Beam Bubble, you should be okay to sort of maneuver it. On the lead, it's going to be a little tough. You almost just have to like stay in there and just lose. It's kind of a tough one if you see Gligar on the lead. But overall, I think the team makes sense. You got some bulk. You got some hard-hitting fast moves and counter and Volt Switch. You have some Shadow Ball and other moves that'll get shield. So I don't think the team is bad. There may be, like I said, a couple issues with Gligar, but we'll see where it comes up. So Whiscash lead. Not a great lead. It's not the worst, but going to safe swap Annihilate. Yeah, I think Azumarill or Annihilate could play as safe swaps on this team. Obviously, without Hydro, it's a little tougher to play Azumarill as a safe swap. Going to shield up the Scald. Going straight Shadow Ball. Let's see if they match shields here. They do not, so that landing is very nice. Almost get the farm down. I think you just let this go. You can't go down 2 shields already. That Skull comes through. Let me just open this up a bit. Okay, so Dugong comes in. So clearly they are probably ABB weak to fighting. Or else they would have maybe come in a little earlier. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix the width because it looked a little short there. We'll see if those blacks add anything. Okay, so and get into the charge. Sorry, let me actually go back there. Why did you get into the charjabug? Did you just give up switch? Okay, you had the Dugong. Going Night Slash. Trying to get some chip. I don't think there's a point going out that low. Right? You stayed in, you're like one move away from taking out, and then you can align, and like then you align your Charjabug on Dugong, and then you would have had an Azumarill on this. So I think you just let that Annihilate go down to the Ice Shard, come in Charjabug. Still a good matchup with Charjabug. Charjabug is very tanky there. You should be okay. I mean, Shadow Bone probably hurts the most. Yeah, I'm probably shielding this up too. Because Shadow Bone probably hurts more than a non-stab Joran from a Dugong. So there's that. Decent lead. I mean, stay in this. Counters resisted. They don't have to throw Shadow Ball. They could just throw Night Slash. 2 versus 4 fast moves, so it doesn't really matter about fast move optimization there. So now it is a bait game. So your opponent is smart. Which means, okay, I was about to say, it doesn't really, oh, nice catch on the Gligar. So your opponent, I can tell, is a decent player just by this combo play that they made. So they basically farmed up, they fast moved optimized on the 2 versus 4. They farmed up right before you got to a move to kind of force your shield, which is why I think like a Night Slash bait is maybe easier in that way, because you like got to the, they like farmed up so much and you're added a lot of energy, so you may feel more obligated to use a shield, especially that they use a shield. So I maybe bait there. And then they combo it with the catch. So like your opponent's playing pretty smart. Unfortunately for them, they come into Gligar and you have a great answer in Azumarill. Again, throwing it right as you're getting to the Ice Beam. Not that a dig is going to do anything to an Azumarill. Yeah, going straight for the move, not worried about fast move optimization. Just take this out. Yeah, or, okay, grab a shield. That's interesting. Because they really don't have a play here. They'll get to another dig. But you should be able to take out with an Ice Beam before they even take you out. Going to shield up the dig anyways. I mean, you live a dig. Now you're going to over farm. And, okay, no. If you're, okay. I don't mind. I mean, I kind of mind shielding there. I probably wouldn't personally shield there because you can live the dig and still take this out and then have alignment and Annihilate in the back with the shield is pretty good. What you cannot do, if you're going to shield, fine. Shield and farm a bit is okay. You can't shield, farm, and let them get another move off. Like, that's just a big no-no. So taking another dig unnecessarily, that's where counting comes in. Again, I don't count, so I can't be... You should count, but you got to have, like, you got to have a radar on about, like, when this is happening sort of thing. So Surf comes through, will not take you out. They may, snipe combo play here. This is tough. Because now... I mean, it makes sense to take this out because you potentially get outpaced to the Shadow Ball. But now you're just going to let this thing get a bunch of energy. And counters are resisted. And you may live a Shadow Ball. Actually, it'll be close. No, okay, you do not. I'll watch. Not that I'm going to call it out on that one, but I kind of talked about it the first one. I'm surprised on that switch. You aggressively got into the Jellicent matchup quick there too with your charjabug. I'm going to see if that's like a recurring theme here. So good lead. Wiggly. Yeah, you can do one of two things. Just come straight in here and get this move off, or you stay with charjabug, get like 2 more volt switches, get a discharge off so you chip it extremely low, or like take it out. They're just going to bait you with Icy Wind. Yeah. The thing with Wiggly, and now they're just going to try and 2-shield outpace you by lowering your attack. I wouldn't be surprised if they shield and try and go Icy Wind again and then trying to outcharm you. They may get you anyways. That's the problem with Wiggly. Yeah, this is why I probably would have chipped. Because you're in the situation with Wiggly. What makes Wiggly so difficult if you do not have a steal or a poison is its sneaky bulk. Disarming Voice and Icy Wind are not super high energy. They're not quick moves, but they're not really high energy moves. So they're decently speedy to get to. And like 90% of the time, they're just going to Icy Wind you to lower your attack. And lowering your attack means that in a lot of shield scenarios, like the 1s and 2s, they can very easily take switch. So if I see like a Wiggly sub in, and you're going to see this on my Swampert team coming up, because I had a Swampert lead where Wiggly came in, and I oftentimes threw 1, sometimes 2 Hydros at it before I then got into the mid game, just to ensure that I kept alignment. As opposed to now, if you just switch right away, you put yourself in a vulnerable position that, like, if they Icy Wind bait you and lower your attack, and now they already grabbed a shield, now they grabbed a second one, and the charms are going to add up, and now you're 2 times lower because this is going to be an Icy Wind as well. You're going to lose this anyways. So you bank the move, and now they're going to have an answer for you in the back. Yeah. So this is a very, very common team anyways with this core, Wiggly and Bastiodon and Vic, right? It's just a different order than normal. Usually you have Bastiodon lead and those 2 in the back, but they just switched up the order. So it's a very common team. You probably need to read that a little bit. And yeah, the same thing. So I think you lost. How I would play this differently is do exactly what I said. I would stay in 2 more volt switches. I would discharge, grab a shield or chip it to half, and then Azumarill will very easily shield up, or them down half energy will very easily take down the rest, and then you would have that there. Now you did combo play this. How many shields do they have? They do not have enough shields. Interesting. So you actually combo played this, and you won in the ending anyways. Okay. While I was talking, giving you a lecture on how to win, you ended up winning. What happened here? So you got this volt switch off. They take you out. They have 1 shield. You don't need to worry about anything here. And then you combo played it. Well, they lost. Do you get your Shadow Ball? See, they lost it right here. Again, it's tough, especially in this range, to like know how much energy your opponent has and everything. But if they know the Azumarill has an Ice Beam and they know you're not getting to a Shadow Ball, you have to assume that this is just a Night Slash and let this go and take those resisted counters here. So the second they shield this, they lose the match with that combo play. So it's smart heads up on you to combo play that. But yeah, I probably would not have shielded that Night Slash if I were them. Dragonair, tough lead, but I don't think I go anywhere because, okay. It's one of those things where it's like, I know Volt Switch is resisted and the Dragon Breath are going to add up quick. X Scissor is neutral and will do like 80% damage. The problem I have about this is that you're probably already behind on energy. Night Slashes are pretty quick. Is it... I don't know who's going to get to the second move first. So you do get to the second move first. So you may grab that second shield. So that, maybe this is the right play. They may just farm down though. Can they get the farm down? Yeah, they'll farm down. Who do you want to eat it on? Doesn't matter. It's just... Yeah, there's an argument. I think this is the right play for two reasons. The first is it's only got 1 HP left, so any move is going to take it out. And getting a 4-turn resistive Volt Switch off to take it out is a lot of energy. And if they have a dragon, they may not have an answer to electric in the back. We don't know yet. And the second reason is you don't want to show your last Pokemon if you don't have to, right? So coming back in here and not showing your last Pokemon is probably the right play. And you're bulky enough to take it. And again, if they have a dragon in the front, they may not have an answer to this in the back. So yeah, you just stay in here. Try to catch. Yeah, the problem is you will get outpaced here because Greedent is so spammy. So do not want to get outpaced the next move. Going to force them out here. It may be a Trailblaze. I know you're thinking Trailblaze, and it is a Trailblaze. So I guess that's somewhat of a good shield. Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I know you would have outpaced it and would have taken it out anyways. A non-Trailblaze is a bad move. And a non-stab Trailblaze from a Greedent, which is very defensive heavy, even if it's going to do some damage to you, it's not going to do a ton. Now, of course, you have no idea what's in the back here, so how are you supposed to know that it would be a Lantern? You can't really, but like in terms of just like just knowing how much a Trailblaze does to a Azumarill, I can't imagine that it's much. So I think you have to just like eat that Trailblaze. And who knows? And like a lot of times they don't even run Trailblaze; they run Crunch and Body Slam. So I think that's just a very risky shield, anyways. So mirror match here. Yeah, we'll see who wins the. I would not. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say maybe they're trying to CMP on the second one. But yeah, we'll see who wins CMP here probably. So you do, which is nice. Advantage to you. Let's see what they do here. They shield, so you have an option. I think you can just match shields knowing that you're going to win CMP. Charge move priority for those of you who are new to the game. That means if you're in a... Okay, this is interesting. I hate it and I don't hate it at the same time. So, for those of you who've been watching this channel for a while now, I'm going to do a video on catching probably in mid-August. The easiest time to catch is this scenario. You have a mirror match where one move will probably take you out and you know who wins CMP. So it's an easier catch for your opponent because they know that you win CMP. They know that you still need to throw the X Scissor right when you get to the move or else they will get the move off. So it should be on them to figure out like when they want to jump out. The fact that you also jumped out is kind of hilarious. Trying to catch their CMP, trying to catch their move, assuming the only thing I don't like about it is it's a weird assumption that a Pokemon that is going to lose CMP is also going to throw it right at the same time as you. It just doesn't make sense for them to CMP and lose to you like that. So I would expect some sort of catch from them, but there's not much you can do about it. So you both just gave up Swish, so you have a counter advantage. It is now just a bait game here, potentially. So you're going straight Shadow Ball. And we will see if they shield, and then we'll see what they do. So they let it go. That's huge. They're at a discharge, but like that's not going to take you out. They're going to need a second move after this. Just go Night Slash here. Good 3. This should take out. And a boost at that. So just go straight Night Slash. Yeah. Once you boost, which is worth a 2 attack rise, it's just like, just go Night Slash. Like, there's an argument that you should actually shield here and just farm down. But yeah, just like, you can just straight counter because then you'll just be able to bubble down. But if you want to grab the last shield, sure. But yeah, this once you boost, it's I hate the double boost. Okay, so again, good lead. We've seen this. Going straight for this is the only problem with going right. So there's 2 things, and I make this mistake constantly, so don't worry about it too much. If you're gonna throw right when you get to the move, it's a very easy catch. So you do one of 2 things. I don't mind you throwing right at the move. You do one of 2 things. You either don't throw on 3 and you throw like on 4 or 5 or something and farm up, or you just take that half second. So what that half second allows you to do is basically you don't press a button, you just wait to see that they are doing their fast move animation, because they're going to get the fast move animation off anyways, right? So if you, in this scenario, a 2 versus 4, if you're running the 4, they're always going to get the 2 through, right? So it does not matter if you throw it like right when you get to the charge move or wait that half second, they're just going to get that 1 wing attack through. So you might as well just like wait for that half second, make sure that they do not catch so you're not wasting that energy. Shadow Gligar, so Dig would hurt. Yeah, I don't hate the shield. Again, don't get hit with a move here, please. I would do some bubbles. I don't think... I know it probably doesn't matter because it's a double super effective Ice Beam to a Shadow Gligar, so it probably takes out anyways, but 1, 2... They're going to get an Aerial Ace off if you don't throw here. Maybe even a Dig? Because it's... Oh, no, just an Aerial Ace. Okay, that's fine. They could come in and get a Shadow Ball off, and they are going to eat it on the Skarmory. Makes sense, knowing that they're pretty... You're dumping here, so you're going to be dry. I wouldn't be surprised if they let go and then just farm right before you get to the 3rd Ice Beam here. So I'd expect them to go like right around here. Yeah. Because it's enough to take you out, and it's enough to have some energy coming out of this, and they have a shield advantage. So they could potentially get off like a Sky Attack. I think it'd be a little tough to get to a Brave Bird here. They instant swap. Now they have a shield. Now they have a shield advantage here, though. And now you're just going to get boomed by a Shadow Ball because they got a shield advantage and energy advantage. Yeah, you just killed yourself here. And now they can just like still get to a Shadow Ball, and they probably have like a near Sky Attack loaded to take you out here. So they shield because they want to get the Shadow Ball off. And it's enough to take out. Yeah, you're too aggressive with your swaps here. Like, you're unnecessarily putting yourself in like bad situations. You try to like swap to put yourself in a good situation, but like you don't think that your opponent could just like swap out and put you in a bad situation too. So you need to be less aggressive with your swaps. So Goodra, that's fine. Dragon Breath resisted. They'll have super effective Thunder Punch, but it's non-stab, and you'll have super effective Play Rough, which is stab. The question is, how fast are they going to get to these moves? You're just going Ice Beam. Yeah, I guess you have 2 moves for this. They'll probably live in Ice Beam though, so I would have probably gone a little more. I think you have to at least fake the Play Rough there instead of just going straight Ice Beam. Like, get to, you can throw Ice Beam because it's super effective too, but just at least get to the Play Rough. If they want, they could shield and like switch, take switch here. Which if they have the double dragon in the back, I would not be surprised if they try to do that. Now they're going to force your hand. You are just going to let it go. I'm guessing you're going to come back in here and just farm down, which is nice. And they may have a double dragon in the back or something, or a Gligar. Now you're stuck here. And here comes the issue with the team. It is very, very risky running a team double weak to Gligar in the Open Great League. Because they're everywhere, right? So that's like, I wouldn't run a team triple week to Annihilate because Annihilate is everywhere. I'm not surprised they shielded because they kind of realized that their win con is just trying to run with this Gligar. So this will take you out. Do you have a move? They tried to catch. So nice hold. Because they tried to catch. What's your potential win con? Farmed up a bit. You should be able to get the next scissor, so you should be able to win this matchup anyways. Because I don't think they'll get to 2 aerial aces here. Yeah. So good job overcoming what is generally a tough matchup. So neutral-ish lead. You're both doing resisted fast moves. You both have neutral charge moves. Again, if you're... okay, it landed on the Dragonair, which you're going to throw this anyways. That's fine. You can just come Azumarill right away and just take this. Again, don't make it so freaking obvious. You have a tendency just to throw right when you get to the charge move, and that is a very, very 2000 elo range move, right? Like, again, don't get me wrong. I still do it sometimes too, and I get caught for it. Like, people catch on me when I do that too. It's just very basic to throw right when you get to the charge move for your first time. You're a basic B. What can I say? Just kidding. So Venusaur is going to come in. You let this go. No. No, you got to let this go. I know you have a move, but all they can do is just match shields and just farm down and come out with a ton of energy. And now you're aggressive here. So they still may get to a sludge. If they don't have an answer, they may just like let this go down. But like, again, you just put your... Yeah, they have an answer. I don't even know why they threw that move, quite honestly. They should have just banked that energy and come in here and just incinerated you down. You keep putting yourself in awkward situations, man. You have to let this go now. I guess sacrificing this is not actually a bad idea. Forcing them out here. You got to just live the... Is it a Blast Burn? If it's just a Thunder Punch, you got to let that go because the Frenzy is going to take you out here. You're baiting the Night Slash. It'll be a race to the move. They just dumped... Oh, and they let it go. So nice slug. So this game's over. They'll Frenzy you. Yeah, I think you're too aggressive on your switches, like putting yourself back in. Again, I wouldn't have shielded the Azumarill. If you let that shield go, you get the charjabug back in. You have shield advantage, and then you could have like probably swept with Annihilate in the ending there. So Spark, Lantern, good matchup for you. Hey, look at that. Not throwing right on 3. Look how far you've come. Okay, X Scissor does good chip. Surf will also do decent chip here. Advantage you just because you're bulk and being able to resist the sparks. So not enough to take out. It's still like a really close matchup. Gonna shield. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine to shield this. Like, you don't know what's in the back yet. Just coming straight in here. Again, please go to 5, go to 6 to at least fake a play rough here. They may not shield anyways, but you're just... Ice Beam is just that much worse than play rough. I'll bring it up at the end of this battle. Let's just finish watching the battle because I think this is maybe one of the last ones. But I'll talk about like the energy and damage on that in a second, and why play rough is just that much better. That it probably could actually one shot as opposed to it not. And I can just put it in there. So now you did grab both shields, which is nice. You're gonna shield to try and get this last. The switch clock is up though, so they're gonna try and catch here. Yeah, and you were aware of that. How much? I do not know how much energy they had. So just dumping it just to... And it is a Whiscash in the back. So getting off this X Scissor is nice. You're switch locked though, so that's fine. They're just going to farm and get to the move and take you out here. Taking the Scald. Are you going to try and catch her? Or are you just going to try and Night Slash? Whiscash is pretty tanky, so I don't even know if this takes out from this range. Oh, they caught. Did not see that catch. Ice Beam does take it out. They're going to have to get to like 2 moves to thrown right before. Smart by your opponent. Mud Bomb will take you out. Can they get to the Scald to take you out before you get to another move? You just dump their energy, so they probably can. To take you out there. Yeah. Nice play by your opponent, quite honestly. Okay. So a bunch of things to work on. Your over-aggressiveness, you're throwing right away. Ice Beam versus Play Rough. So Ice Beam on a zoom roll does 90 damage for 55 energy, 1.64. And Play Rough does 108 damage, 1.8 damage per energy. So better damage per energy, way better, like 18 more damage. With that 18 damage plus a little bit of bonus damage multiplier difference between Ice Beam and Play Rough, you probably one-shot or at least put it in bubble range as opposed on a Goodra. And I will confirm that right now. So if you just go Ice Beam on a Goodra, Ice Beam does 65 damage, 57%. So maybe you won't be able to one-shot, but it does 77 damage, 67%. So if it still says in the 2 shields you need to throw 2 Play Roughs. Sorry, in the 1 shield you throw 2 Play Roughs, but I'm wondering if you can like potentially just like bubble down in the 2 shield after you like land 1 sort of thing. But yeah, yes, that's exactly what happens. So in the 2 shield, you can just go Play Rough. Even if they shield both Play Roughs, the 3rd Play Rough will take out with all the bubble damage. So I think it's probably worth just going straight bubble. Play Rough. Anyways, that is it. Especially if you've already chipped it with like other Pokemon. Thanks for this mission. Yeah, just work on those things. Again, too over aggressive on the swaps, throwing right on the move, stuff like that. Again, being double weak to Charger, being double weak to Gligar, I don't love it. I saw you got out of that matchup, but I still don't love it for the Open Great League. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. You guys have submitted a lot. I appreciate the call to action when I call out like, hey, I'm out of battles. Please send some battles. And then I've got like 15 submissions in my inbox in like 3 days. So appreciate those. I'm going to try and work through a bunch of those this week. We'll showcase probably a couple Fantasy Cup and then probably a lot of Great League. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.